important day. There are 86,400 seconds in a day, and how you use those are critical. You got.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. 86,400 seconds in a day, guys, and we're getting our day started this morning on the Morning Mojo call. We are getting our minds right. I'm excited this morning. Big John, how you feeling this morning?
I'm fired up, man. I'm fired up. I was ready for this yesterday. I had a wonderful weekend with my beautiful wife. And yeah, I'm excited to start the week, Julius. Yeah, I believe everybody on this call is as well, Julius.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, when I see folks coming in, I get excited, what was resonating with me yesterday, I was with my family and my best friend came in town, but a lot of us sat back yesterday and we got to really think about what sacrifice meant. What does it really mean to give up something for something greater? And that just was on my mind a lot yesterday, and just really understanding what it means to think about, not about all the challenges, but about all the opportunities that we've been given. And so that was just a big part of what was on my mind yesterday. And coming to this morning, looking at all these great people that we have, and many times, we all have internal that voice inside of us that's just telling us we can't do something, but there's a reality that we get to create whatever we want. And I get excited about that in the morning. That got me excited this morning, and just knowing what we have ahead of us. And that's just was a big thought on my mind yesterday.
Well, I'll tell you what, Julius. I think along those same lines. But first and foremost, I want to wish everybody a good morning. I hope everybody had a blessed holiday. Appreciate you hopping on, right? It just tells us your commitment and really tells yourself your commitment. I believe we have a gift here. I also believe many times we are undervalued or overlooked simple things about our own capabilities. It's amazing what a vehicle we have before us, right, to enable us to take hold of our future and the future of our families. More.
Friday. Did she have Friday off?
Hey, Big John, I think you muted. You got muted.
I could probably work something out. Or you wanted her to work every day. I don't know how.
All right, Big John, I think you got muted, guys. When Big John comes back in, we'll go ahead and keep going. But
Yeah,
all of
I'm
you,
good. I can hear people talking in the background, Jules.
all right, let me go ahead and mute them out. All right, we're good to go. Sorry about that, Big John.
All right, so Julius, what do you have to offer everybody? What words do you have for people to get their week started? Really get people fired up, right? I guess it starts with the vision, right? Because if we don't have vision, we got nothing to shoot for. We got nothing to go after. It'll just be tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes, right? So
No,
what do you have to share, brother?
No, I mean we always talk, we talk about, everybody having and building their reason why they're here and what they want. And man without vision perish, man or woman without vision perish. And each one of you, when I look at the vision of this, I'm talking about just your own life, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. You have to believe in something bigger than yourself. And many times if you don't, it becomes a challenge to do greater things, because you have that voice talking to you in the back of your head telling you everything you've been through. But each person on the call this morning, you got an opportunity to live something better, because tomorrow hasn't been created yet. You have this open football field in front of you, right? And there's nobody there. But what happens sometimes is that we keep thinking about what's coming up behind us. And I just want each one of you to really think about this today. And as you start your week, what is it I can create in front of me? Because all the challenges and the problems that happened yesterday, they're either gonna chase us down or we're gonna run out of front of it. And that's what I realized is that there's no reason for everybody on this call not to have incredible success. And that success in their business, in their life, with their families, in their relationship. There's no reason that each and every person can't have something greater. No matter what's happened yesterday, today you get to create something that you never imagined. But many times life ends up beating us up, Big John. And that's the one thing that we got to figure out. How do we stop letting life beat us up and just run out there without being afraid of it?
Well, you know what, Julius, to that point, right? I think I kind of figured out, or I've been figuring out over the years of how to stay ahead of everything, right? It's about division, but you know what? You know what I think holds people back. We're all programmed as young children, right? Go get a good education. We're wired to go to work. We're wired to survive. We're wired to follow other people, right? Make other people rich, feel good about ourselves. We're wired to exchange time for money, right? We're just simply wired to be comfortable, to go to work, put food on the table, provide for our family. But here's the problem. Those days are gone. They ain't ever coming back. It's up to what we do, right, to outpace that, to get out of the pain and start moving towards the pleasure. And that's why this vehicle is so awesome to me and many other people, because I believe a lot of people do have the vision. And the question comes down to it, well, how do you do it, right?
Yeah.
How do you do it, man?
So, Big John, you've been in this industry for a while. I mean, you've seen success, and we got to go on trips with the company and all those things. But I'll tell you, the moment that really changed my life was, I remember when I was building my last business, and there was a moment where I was actually about to get to the highest rank in the company, and I realized that I had my own self-doubt. Still had, there's different levels of this thing in our life. And what I realized was that I actually had self-doubt, wondering if I could win the next trip, if I could do the next thing. But there was a day, I'll never forget it. There was a moment that it just hit me that all the people that told me no, all the people that didn't believe in me, all the people that said, Julius, how are you in a direct sales company and you're a professional, you're an engineer? Why are you doing that? And there was a moment that triggered in me, Big John, that said, all the people doubting you will never sit on the trip that the company paid for. They will never get a six-figure check from the company. They'll never get a residual income when you're with your family every day and they're going to work. And I never forget one guy. He was a big finance guy, making $250,000 a year. And we were on a call, and he was just telling, day in day out, he's telling me, Julius, why are you doing that? Why aren't you an executive? Why? I said, listen, you're leaving your family every day to go sit in the office for 12, 16 hours, coming home stressed out, coming home upset, coming home tired. You don't get to see your kids come in. They're asleep when you leave, they're asleep when you come home. I said, I get to pick what my day is going to be. So what hit me that day, guys, I want to tell you, that day changed my life forever, because it was the moment I realized that I had to stop letting people talk into my life that had no impact on my success. And Big John, I know you've been at the top of companies. When was that moment that you realized that you could win in spite of all the noise, and everybody in this call can win in spite of all the noise? But when was that moment that it hit you that you knew you could win in this game called life? Big John, you're a host now, brother. So I can't hear you, but one of the things
That was the day I saw other people winning, right? It's about taking a look. It's about doing your discovery. And when I saw other people, Julius, walking across that stage at my first meeting ever in network marketing, I didn't even know what the heck was going on. But I saw other people with smile on their faces, getting awards, getting recognition, winning trips. And I said, you know what? I heard that person speak. They talk from the heart. I said, they believe in something. I said, but they're no better than me, right? Nobody on this call is better than each other. We all have something inside us that can propel us, right? Our deep burning why or reason or purpose. It's just about the inner challenge of how bad you want something. See, this is there for everybody, Julius. It really is. It's there for everybody, man. But you know what? We're playing a game. And you know what? In any sports, there's always people that stand out. And you know what? They're just the ones that work harder, that create their talents, their skills, and their drive, right? That's how you separate yourself. It doesn't matter what you've done yesterday or last month or maybe your previous part of your life. It really don't matter. It only matters what you do today, what your focus is today, where your drive is, what are your goals, right? And that's what it is, Julius. Everybody on this call should say, if anybody can do this, I could do this, right? If you say you can, you will. If you say you can't, you won't. It's what we put between our ears that gives us success or non-success.
And we have a lot of really sharp people on this call this morning. All of you have had experienced life. All of you have built businesses. All of you have done different things. You've gone to work. You worked hard. You've gone through your ups and downs. So there is really no reason that you can't come into Think Energy and build a residual business that's going to pay you for the next 20 years. That's 7 figures. The only reason that one person will build it to 3 and one will build it to 7 is that one person just decided that this is what they were going to do. This is how they were going to. This is how they were going to go at it. They were going to go all in. They were going to build it. They were going to talk to everybody. They realized one thing. But the moment you realize what we have, there's nobody that can stop. There's nobody that can stop any of you. We have women and men on the call today that each and every one of you have the same chance at success. And I'll tell you, that's not always the situation, guys. That's not always the situation that everybody has a chance. But everybody on this call has a chance to do something greater. And you got to decide today. Today's Monday. You're starting your week. And today you get to choose what your success is going to be like. So Big John, paint the vision for it. Help us paint the vision for somebody that maybe on this call for the first time or just joined the business. You know, what is it that they can do today to start building to director, partner, senior partner?
Yeah, you know what? I think the first thing, if you don't have your belief, borrow ours. Borrow the people that are going all in. They're going all in for a reason. They've experienced this before. We know it's long time legacy, residual income. You know what? It's about your focus, right? It's about making that mental reset, right? Not what you did yesterday, not what your thoughts were yesterday, only what your thoughts and goals are today. And you know what? My good friend, my great friend, the guy I love, Kirk Coran, I'm so glad I made the phone call. I pestered him. I pestered him because I knew who he was and what his capabilities were, but more importantly, what type of human being he is and his wife is. So you want to lock arms with people, but more importantly, you want to pursue people like that because you got a gift to give. And if you don't pursue them, somebody else will, right? It's a fear of loss if you're a competitor. It's a fear of loss if you got a deep burning why to be successful in this business. But yeah, that's my vision, Julius, right? Anybody could do this. I love to watch people, and there's so many of them, I can't even mention one, but people that just go all in and people believe. You see them from all different walks of life, all different parts of the country, right? But they're going after it. They believe in this. They know success will come. They're saying they can, not they can't. And yeah, I love it, Julius. I think we're onto something big, very big. I'm excited to hit the phones with many, many people today and just get people and share the vision and just want to support everybody, right? That's how we win. That's how we all win.
That's it. That's it. And I think about the fact that if you didn't make the call to Kirk Iran, Kirk wouldn't have made the call to me. It's interesting is that you gotta keep going. And I always tell people, look, until somebody says no, I'm not interested, or no, I don't want this, I'm probably going to call them a few more times, because if I know my friend is sitting behind a desk every day and they don't have a way to get from behind that, or I have a friend that, sometimes you got people that just believe in what they want in the past, you know, and a buddy of mine right now, incredible guy. He's had incredible success in his past, and he joined my business, and he actually has been trying to get it off the ground. And I said, look, you just don't want to follow the leader that's already done it. He said, what do you mean? I said, you gotta follow. There's so many people that have belief in what we have that is so big that if you latch onto their belief, you latch on to Big John and Kirk and Mike and mine, and you latch onto what we see. But sometimes, there's people that have the vision that you don't have yet. But we are all here to not only help you, but we are going to help you create a business that we know can thrive for many years, that can pay you and take care of your family, that can allow you to do things you haven't done in the past, to help you retire. And that's the thing, is that you got to latch on to the leader sometimes as your vision builds. Quick story, there was a young guy who said, hey, look, I wanted to be successful. I want to win. I want to do all these things. And he asked a friend to mentor him. The guy who mentored him was a multi-billionaire. And he said, the billionaire said, look, come and meet me at the beach. And he said, what, meet you at the beach for what? He said, just come meet me at the beach. He said, you got a lot going on in your life. You want to be successful, but a lot of people want to be successful. And the guy came out and he said, hey, the guy was standing in the water, knee deep, and he said, come out here in the water. And he looked at me, he had a three-piece suit on. He said, why am I going to walk in the water with my suit on? He said, I've already built $1 billion. You want to build $1 billion? Walk out in the water with me. And the guy walked out in the water, and the mentor walked further out. The water was up to his neck. And the young guy came out and he was like, man, the water's all the way up to my neck. And then he says, listen, as he walked out in the water, right, he says that the mentor grabbed him and he dunked him under the water. And he lifted him back up. And then he dunked him under the water again. And the young guy's like, what the heck is this? He says, when I put you under the water, what were you thinking? He says, I just wanted to breathe. I said, he says, were you thinking about your problems? He said, no. Yeah, I said, were you thinking about what happened to you yesterday? He says, no. He says, were you thinking about all the calls you made and people didn't sign up? He said, no. He said, the only thing you were thinking about is that you wanted to breathe. He says, success is like that. Success is where you have to remove everything else out of your way so that you can understand there's one thing that makes you successful. There's one call, there's one person to talk to, there's one. He says, I became a billionaire because I learned how to focus on the vision of where I wanted to go, and I didn't let anybody else distract me. Some of you have to get out of your own way, because everybody has a chance to be successful in this business. I believe where we're at. Big John believes where we're at. Guys, sometimes you have to want it so bad, just like you want to breathe. You have to want it so bad so that there's no call, there's no negative person, there's nobody or anything that can distract you from where you want to go. Guys, I'm going to ask Big John to close us out with some words of wisdom and to take us into our new week. Big John, take us
Yeah,
out. Give us
Julius, I'm thinking back. Why did I immerse myself to energy while I was doing well with my traditional business and my finances? And I believe, because I look back, Julius, I was a union pipe fitter and I got vested 30 years. And I look at the pension and it's less than $2,500 a month for working 30 years, breaking my back, sweating, dangerous job. And I look at the comparison of what we have here, right? I can pass that. I can pass what I worked 30 years for in 6 months. And you know what? What we did and what we created is not going to be enough for any of us. It's never going to be enough. We're living a different world. My good friend, I'm going to quote him, Kirk Coran, action will take you out of doubt, and doubt will take you out of action. Which one does everybody want to choose? I choose action. I choose just offering people a gift, helping people to be customers, helping people to be a part of a movement. That's what I choose. Listen, I appreciate everybody that's plugging into these calls. Without plugging in, you'll never know. You'll never have a chance. Kudos to you. I appreciate it. I love all you guys. I'm heading to Maine probably next weekend. Building Ohio, building New York, building everywhere I possibly can. I hope you join us. I hope you go for the ride. Promote the weekly Zooms, 8 o'clock. And we're part of something. We're in the game. To what level do you want to play? I want to play at a high level. Julius and probably many is on this call want to play at a high level. It's there to take. Don't have regret. Thanks for joining us.
have a great day, everybody.